Obviously everyone was disappointed with how it worked out up at Dundee. I suppose the focus needs to be on not letting that knock us off our stride because we've been going well.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Obviously it wasn't a good performance from us, especially first half. Kind of just made it a bit too easy for them, but previous to that we had been doing well, so it's just about, like you say, trying to keep the momentum going.
It's an easy thing to say. Is it hard to do when you get a result like that?
No, I don't think so. We played a good team. Would have liked to give a kind of a better account of ourselves, but we've just got to think back to the weeks before that and take the positives from them games and try and take that into this week.
If we can do that, if we can build on the victories over Dunfermline and Queen's Park, then it really will be a fantastic kind of period for us. If we manage to get that result on Saturday, it sets up the end of the month and right through March is a really exciting time for us. What's the belief level like in the squad?
No, it's good. Everybody kind of thinks we can do it and keep these good results going. Morton will be a tough game. It's never easy down there, but I think everybody's kind of full of belief and just trying to put that Dundee game aside and get a good result this week.
I suppose the main thing is that it's not belief that's unfounded, it's based on the performances and the results that you guys have been putting in.
No, 100%. Everybody kind of feels that there's been a bit of a lift recently. A lot of good performances and results, so we've not really kind of had a run like that this season. So I think it's really important we try and keep that going.
You touched on how difficult Morton can be, especially at Cappielow. They're on a 9-game unbeaten run in league fixtures, dating back into November, so kind of a heavy defeat. I think it was Falkirk took them apart 6-0, and since then they've not lost a league game, so it won't be an easy task by any means. Are you guys prepared to get stuck in and have a bit of a slog down there?
Yeah, I think that's the main thing you need to kind of be when you go there. It's always a tough game, kind of a lot of long balls and maybe not as much football kind of gets played normally. But it's just about standing up to that fight and trying to come out on top.
They're by no means a one-dimensional side. I think sometimes it's kind of easy to pigeonhole clubs to be in one thing, but they can play a bit and can be dangerous on their day as well, so we'll need to watch for that too.
Yeah, I think this season they've kind of changed their style a wee bit. It's obviously kind of working for them recently, but we just need to focus on ourselves and try and do the things we can do well.
It's been a couple of games without a goal for you, which is strange. All of a sudden you're on the most absurd goal scoring streak, so looking forward to picking that straight back up again at Cappielow.
Yeah, hopefully. Obviously didn't start last week, had a bit of an illness, and obviously the Dundee game was hard, so just for myself personally, just trying to get back on that run, because I've been enjoying my football.
Yeah, it's been really good to watch, and it was outstanding to see the goals starting to come, because there does seem to be a lot of attacking talent in the squad, and it felt for a while that the chances just weren't being either carved out or weren't falling for us. Have you felt that difference change in terms of the amount of chances you guys are making for yourselves or haven't been made for you?
Yeah, I think so. There's kind of been a few of us that have hit a bit of form recently, which is good. And like you say, there's been kind of more chances and opportunities for myself and like players like Ben and Gratz to get on the score sheet. So I think everybody's been enjoying it, and obviously the results have been a bit better, so hopefully we can keep that going.
And I suppose it helps, we've touched on it off camera, the difference it makes having the numbers of bodies back for everything from your training sessions, your prep, what you can do to build up to a game, and then on game day itself. It must be massive that when you've taken a bit of an illness, you can be on the bench to come on later, and we don't need to make you force your way through it if you're not 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Like you say, the squad's getting a lot bigger now. There's a lot of bodies coming back and kind of competition for places, which is always good. There'll be boys that are starting and then great options to come off the bench, which is probably a reason why we're kind of starting to pick it back up again. So yeah, it's good for everybody. It's good for kind of squad competition, and like you say, even training, like it's been a bit better. We can do different things, so that's good.
Obviously gives the manager headaches, but as he called it, good headaches, and I guess all you guys can continue to do is state your case for a space within the squad, within the starting 11, and then try and deliver. Yeah,
I think it's just about, once you're in, try and do all you can to keep your jersey, and because there'll be boys there that are kind of raring to go and looking to take your jersey, but it's all healthy competition and hopefully pushes everybody forward.
We had a good support up in Dundee that obviously will have gone home disappointed. I know everybody on the bus back was disappointed too at how it had worked out, but if they come down in their numbers to Cappielow again, you guys will be determined to put on a show?
Yeah, 100%. They've been great recently, kind of supporting us through this kind of better period. So just hoping for the same, and hopefully we can give them a better result this week.
Brilliant, Chris. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Amazing. Rhys, obviously a big travelling support went up to Dundee, buoyed by the recent run of form, and as much as we've gone down the road disappointed, that run of form was there for a reason. We've got to try and get right back to that on Saturday.
Aye, absolutely. Quickly got to get it to the back of the mind and back to lead business on Saturday. Going up obviously against Morton, who are doing well at the minute. Always a difficult kind of place to go, Cappielow, so should be a tasty game. 9
unbeaten for Morton in the league going back, including the last time we played them, the 2-2 here, that we probably feel we should have got 3 points from. So you're going to be expecting, I would imagine, a difficult game from a team that will want to keep that run going.
Absolutely. And it's always a notorious kind of tough place to go, Cappielow. They always seem to turn it into a bit of a fortress for them, their home form. Conditions, obviously, in this time of year, makes it kind of interesting going into the game. But listen, like you said, we're off the back of a good couple of positive results, and we'll be kind of looking to go and get 3 points on Saturday.
And the Dundee Cup match hasn't knocked that, as far as you can tell from your players during training?
No, listen, of course there's things in the game that I didn't like, and kind of made my feelings clear, and the players understood that and kind of take that on board as well. And we know as a group collectively that especially the first 45 was a bit unlike us in terms of getting caught in possession for a couple of the goals. Normally a big kind of area of strength for Dean McMaster, for example, and Gavin Gallagher, who've done really well in recent weeks. And coming up against an SPL side, you're obviously going to get punished. So listen, we've got to make sure that we quickly eradicate them. But like you said, we're looking forward to the game Saturday, back to league business.
And we did, going into that match, have that wee bit between our teeth, the kind of 3 back-to-back wins, the 2 crucial ones in the league that keeps things ticking along. We can get another win on Saturday, it's really going to keep that train moving.
Aye, no, listen, as much as it's probably not nice to say and to hear, it's the full focus has to be back to the bread and butter, which is the league. Obviously the position and kind of circumstances that we find ourselves in, and we've got to make sure that we're getting points, and we're trying to get our points on the board so that we can get out of the kind of situation and the position that we're in. Good opportunity to go and do that Saturday. We fully expect it to be a difficult task, one that we're relishing.
Notoriously, as you kind of mentioned, it's a difficult place to go to and pick up anything. That being their first home game of the calendar year because of the storm and the way the fixtures have fallen, does that give them an extra incentive to try and make sure they get off to a winning start against us at home?
I don't know, that's probably a question for Morton. One thing I do know is, regardless of when I've played them, it's always a difficult game, whether that be home or away, and I expect fully much the same on Saturday.
Your squad availability then, how's the fitness levels and availability looking for your players?
We're getting there. Obviously boys come through the game, and it was good to get more minutes into certain individuals. Obviously Liam McStravick coming on, getting more kind of match minutes, looking very good. Obviously Rico Diat was cup tied, so couldn't play, so it's been important that we get kind of training load and gives him kind of longer with the squad, and getting big Aidan Wilson back as well, getting involved in training and building him up has been really good. So nothing kind of alarming that I know of just now, and like you said, we're looking forward to the game Saturday.
No wonder look, something could change during the week, but it must be really good to see the options that you've got in different positions, that you've got players that you can turn to freshen things up if you feel like it.
Aye, and like you said, it's refreshing because you get to that kind of stage, and certainly the way that we want to play, we've got a good kind of bunch of talent in that squad, and it's going to require everyone. I've made that kind of message clear to all the squad, and to everyone, that we're not going to do anything with a starting 11 here. It's going to be bodies coming in, maybe off the bench in certain games they're going to play, and it's a collective effort, and boys have to make sure that they're ready, because like you said, now that boys are coming back fit, we're getting that luxury, as you said, to have the ability to maybe make 5 subs, and gives you a better headache than not having them.
The points that we've picked up this season have predominantly been at home. I suppose this is the perfect opportunity to change that and get our first away win of the season in the league. What's the difference, do you think, so far for us?
No, it's hard to pinpoint, I suppose. Obviously Morton arguably could say the same. Most of their points over the kind of recent years come at home. Their home form's always kind of relatively good. So we've got to make sure that, like we say, we approach it, whether we're at home or whether we're away. We've got to make sure that we approach it with the mindset that there's going to be times in the game where it's rolling the sleeves up and fighting and battling, and there's also times where we've got to go and show our quality, no showing flashes and turn into a home team. But at the same time, we've got to be wary. Obviously, their threat, they have the advantage of the home support and whatnot, but we've got to try and obviously take that away from them.
Brilliant. Rhys, thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers.